everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another diecast restoration video. Hope everybody's keeping well, and I hope you're all looking forward to this video. Okay, so before we start, I'd just like to say thank you to all my subscribers, old and new, and thank you everybody for your comments, and thank you for sticking with my channel and watching my videos. It's very much appreciated. Right, okay, so to today's video. This is one that was very kindly donated to my channel by Mr. Peter Horton, and it's come out quite well, but I did have quite a bit of trouble with it, my paint. I tried using some Tamiya paint, but I think it was more for plastic, and because it's alright if you just spray it on all one colour, but because I was doing two different colours on there, when I pulled the masking tape off this paint, it kind of peeled off like a layer of plastic almost, so I had to do it again. But anyway, I managed to get enough paint out of my very last can. I didn't think there was enough in it, but I managed to get this one done. It's only quite a small model, so I managed to use the dregs out of the can, and it worked luckily. So this one, it's a custom restoration, and it's another model to add to my CRAPAUD transport fleet. And this time, this is one that is to be used in the CRAPAUD transport depot, and it is a Dinky Toys Coventry Climax forklift truck, and I think that's number 401. These are different numbers from different ages, so I'm assuming this is a 401. Anyway, you'll see, and maybe if I'm wrong, you'll let me know in the comments. So I'm quite pleased with the way it turned out. As I say, I do have to change the string on it because I didn't have any of the right one, and I had to use my wax string again, which doesn't really work on the forklift. It lifts up, but then it won't go down again because the string sticks together a bit. So what I've done, I've bought some on eBay, so I'm waiting for it to come. As soon as it comes, I'm going to swap it over. Okay, so enough waffle, and let's get on with the video. So as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, see how I got on with this one. Right, okay then, let's take a closer look at this one. Okay, so first up, the driver's missing. Not a problem, I've got some repro ones on order. Second up, the steering wheel's broken. Now that was entirely my fault because it was a little bit twisted, and I thought, oh yeah, just move it a little bit with my fingers, straighten it, and should be alright. And it just snapped straight away, so I've got some repro ones of those on order as well. I'll take that off and put it to one side. The handle, the winding mechanism is missing. The master's there. Obviously we'll have to put a string to it to restring it to make it go up and down. The usual with these, the forks are bent in, bent up a bit, so we'll have to carefully straighten those. Yeah, But other than that, the wheels are there. Alright, the axle's bent, not a problem. The tyres are, well, that one, hang on, let's try taking them off. They're usable. I will probably put new ones on, but these are usable at a push, so I'll put them in my box of spare tyres, second-hand ones, to use if I need to. They're starting to get hard, so they'll just do as at a push for something. That one obviously we'll have to get off when we've got the base off. Right, so we got 4 little rivets there. They've got the dimple in the middle of each of them, so it shouldn't be a problem. This might be a little bit bent here as well, bent in very slightly, so anyway, we'll sort that out when we've undone it. Yeah, you can see it there, it's a little bit bowed. Have a look, I might be able to just straighten it a bit now. It might be easier to do it when that pin's out. Yeah, it'd be easier to do it when the pin's out. So once we got the axle off, this whole gubbin should come off anyway, so might be able to even leave that pin in and just do it from there. Right, okay, I'm going to go and get the tools out, and then we'll drill the rivet posts and get the base off. Okie doke. Okay, I'll start off with this smaller drill bit. These bits here are a bit bent in as well. That's through dropping it, so we'll have to straighten that out. Right, I'm not sure if that'll be enough or not. We'll have a look. Yeah, because that one's not actually a hole, it's like a U-shaped in the base. I'll drill that one a little bit more. I should probably have used maybe a very slightly bigger drill bit. Try this one. That rivet post on that side seems to be splayed out a bit more than the others. Now that's gone now. I do know that the base is very flimsy. You just straighten it with your fingers, it's like paper thin. A couple of little dents in it. Just give it a tap. Sorry you can't see what I'm doing, but I've just put it against my little vise I've got there. And you see that bit there, you need to be straightened. Let's have a look. There's this little bit here. Very flimsy base. I'm surprised actually, because the rest of it's really sturdy model, so I'm very surprised that the base is so thin. Okay, that bit's be all ready for the caustic now. Then we got the axle. That tire's had it. So yeah, put the back axle in there. Wheel I don't really want in there. Has to go there. Not sure if that's meant to be loose like that or whether that. Does it just flap around like that, or should there be something there, or should it be pushed more up like that, pushed down if you like, or up if it's the right way up, to rub harder on the top to make it not so backwards and forwards without any resistance. I don't know. Right, okay, so anyway, I'm looking at that instead of getting on with it. We need our file. We got the thin mushroom there on that side, so we need our little file, and that's got the smooth edge this side, so we need to put that down to the wheel and then just file around. To get the mushroom, we'll get the wheel off, file the mushroom down. Usual script, you've seen it before. I'll do it anyway. There you go, there's the wheel off. So that axle's bent. So we'll just straighten it a little bit, make it easier to get it out. Okay. So this is going to release the arms as well, the forks. Cool, that's well bent. It's well and truly bent. Yeah, I'll have to tap it with a hammer on a flat surface. Right, okay, let's look at this. Now this piece here, yeah, this is the bit I was on about. I don't know if it's meant to be pushed quite hard up against that to give it a bit of resistance, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. Right, this. Sorry if I'm going out of shot. I was just looking to see. Okay, so to get the gubbins out, I've got to either take the pin off the bottom or the pin off the top. Now, I think I'll take the pin off the bottom, as these pieces here are a little bit bent. So I'll file that, and then if that one's gone, then I can straighten the mast. Actually, I don't know if I should take that out. Somebody painted that black. Yeah, it's going to have to come out. That's it, that's out. Yes, that should be okay. That one's bent a bit down. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, quite difficult to get it right. Right, that's that. Okay, so this should slide out. Does it slide out the bottom? Oh, what was that? Okay, so we got some little rollers on there, which I didn't realise that fit on those pegs, so we mustn't lose those. We really mustn't lose those. Oh. One, two. Is that the only ones? No, there's okay, so I see, so there's one broken off already, so I'm not sure what we can do about that. Not very much, I would say. Unfortunately, might have to be without roller on that side. That's a shame. Not to worry. Right, okay, so that's ready for the caustic. That's ready for the caustic. Like I say, I'll leave that top pin in. And we got this steering to pull out. Right. I should pull the camera back a bit because I'm leaning forward and my back is killing me. Today. Crapsies are knocking everything flying here. It's going, it's coming, but I don't know if it's going to come the whole way. Whee, it's gone. Good, well, that's well bent. I suppose it's got to be in it to make it stay in there. I've stuck the bloody thing back in there, can't get it out again now. Okay, there it goes. I don't know if it needs to be quite that bent though. Okay, we'll have to have a play with that. Well, that's it then. So I'll have to try and grind those posts down a little bit there. I need to straighten out this back piece. And then you need to be careful there because it doesn't feel that strong. You see that one's starting to snap, so be so careful. Right. Probably not too bad like that. I don't want to go too far. Okay, I'm going to drill these out and then don't know if I'll rivet them. I might screw them again, I don't know. I'm getting more into using screws at the moment. Okay, I'm going to sort that out and then I'll put this in the caustic, and next time you see it, it'll all be cleaned up and ready for putting the primer on. Okay, before we do go to the caustic, I've had to file the ends off of this the forks, because the end of one of them was all crumbly, and it just crumbled. So I've filed them and then I've shaped them a bit, so they're a little bit shorter than they should be. I've got a pallet board here, which is, you know, it still goes through, so that should be okay. Now these bits here that had the rollers on, so you can see them, one there, one there, one there, and none there. So what I've done, I've filed that down, what was left of that one. Actually, I was just looking to see if there is something in there. I did it with the punch anyway. I filed it down and then I did it with this punch, and what I was going to do is drill it out and then put a piece of small panel pin or nail in there instead. So that's what I'm going to do anyway. I've got a little 2mm drill bit here. That's what I was going to do, and that's what I'm still going to do. How far in have I gone? Fairly far. It's so difficult to see. I don't want to go right through. I think that's enough, to be honest. Okay. So what I need to do is find what a piece of one of these rivets would do. Well, that ain't going to do. That's not going to do at all, because my hole's too big for that. Right, well, I'm going to muck around and find something. Yeah, and then I'll see, because it's got to go in the caustic first anyway before I can mess around properly with all that. Okay. I've just drilled these rivet posts out with a 2mm drill bit, so I'm going to use a 2.5mm tap and tap the holes. So here we go. I will probably only put quite short screws in here. Probably the M2.5 by 6mm. I think it's deep enough for that. Anyway, we'll try them. We'll try them after before we go into the caustic soda with it. I did forget as well, I'm going to have to put a spring in there for the winder. That's missing as well. So we'll have to, I will have a couple of those. Right, that's right in that one. That's as far as it's going to go. Do the back ones. Be enough in that one. There, that's it. That's right home. Okay, so all done. Okay, so we're going to put this in the caustic now, and yeah, I'll come back to you when it's all nice and cleaned up and ready for priming. Well, I'll show you later on in the video, but the rollers that go on the end of these, I have made another one out of 2 rivets. I've cut a section out of the rivet the same size as the rollers, so we'll see how that works. I'll push a small rivet through, and then the little piece of the shank of the other rivet that I cut to size, I'll slide over the top, and hopefully that will act as a roller. Excuse me. So that's the plan there. Okay, so we'll come back to you when that's all out the caustic and all cleaned up. Right, okay, forklift. Now, this peg that was missing out of here, I've made this. I can't remember if I showed you before, because I've gone on to other models and I'm coming back to this one. So this little roller is what I've made on there out of 2 rivets. So what I'm going to do, I mustn't lose that bit, I'm going to put it back in the pot. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a bit of glue on that, in that hole there, and I'm going to stick this rivet in. And then once that is dry, what I'm going to do is file the back off it. I don't need to probably, but it'll look neater. So let's see. Just put a. Wonder if I put some. I'm going to put some glue on this pot, and just to clean the top off my glue because it seems to be starting to bung up. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in there with a cocktail stick. I think that's probably my best bet. Hang on, let's get a cocktail stick out. That's it. No, didn't work. Probably because I tilted it back. That's only the second time that hasn't worked, to be honest. Okay, so I've put some glue on there. So, don't want too much. So I'll put it in the hole here. Like so. Put that cocktail stick somewhere where I can use it again. And then I'm going to stick this through the hole. Okay. I want it to I want to make sure it's straight. Basically, it's got to be straight. There. So I might just put a little bit more glue into the hole. Maybe around there. And I'm hoping that'll do the trick. There. Right, oopsie, so I'm going to leave that bit to one side. I might go out and paint the rest because it's all ready. I've cleaned that with methylated spirits. I know, because I've got to do a little bit of body work on that because that's got a split there where I tried to straighten it, so yeah. I'll sort that out, and then I'll go out and put the primer on once I've done that and it's all sorted, and then I'll come back to you after that. Okay. Right, okay, this has got the primer on it. Second time round. It didn't work, my paint reacted. It's the new paint again, and yeah, I had to take the lot off and start again with this part, with the body part. All the rest is okay. The boom and the forks and everything, that was okay, because that's just normal, you know, just one lot of paint there. So that's already that. All done, all lacquered. Yeah. So I'm going to go and put the white, I'll spray white on there because I want to mask that off afterwards, so I can put the CRAPAUD Transport decal on. Okay. Okay, so I've masked that now, the white bit that I want to keep white, and I'm going to go out and spray some green. The green I'm going to spray some lighter green to start with. I'm not sure if there's anything left in my other can or not, but if I do it with a different green I might be able to cover it if there's any dregs left in the other can. So we'll see how I get on. Okay then, that didn't work out too bad. I didn't quite get my line quite straight along the edge of that. The louvers. That's alright, I'll just have to touch a little bit up in there. other than that, came out alright this time. I had enough paint. I thought the can was empty, but once I heated it up and that, there was enough paint that came out to cover this part, green paint. I had done it in lighter green to start with, so to give me a bit more of a chance of covering everything green, and it's worked okay. So what I need to do now, just a bit of detailing. There's a little cap there for the fuel, I suppose. I'm not sure if that's the fuel or the oil, hydraulic oil tank, because there's another one on the back here behind the seat, so more than likely the one behind the seat is the fuel, I would think, being as the engine would be underneath there, and this will be the hydraulic oil tank. So I need to do those caps in just silver. I need to do the seat in black. I'll have to hand paint that. And there's like, I'm not sure whether to do those yet. I assume that's like the bits that hold on the weight. I'm not sure, like the bolts or whatever. I'm not too sure about that. They actually do look like little filler caps, but I'm not sure. So anyway, that's what I've got to do next, and then put a decal on, and then I'll have to lacquer the whole thing. Okay then, that didn't work out too bad. I didn't quite get my line quite straight along the edge of that, the you know, the louvers. That's alright, I'll just have to touch a little bit up in there. Other than that, came out alright this time. I had enough paint. I thought the can was empty, but once I heated it up and that, there was enough paint that came out to cover this part, green paint. I had done it in lighter green to start with, so to give me a bit more of a chance of covering everything green, and it's worked okay. So what I need to do now, just a bit of detailing. There's a little cap there for the fuel, I suppose. I'm not sure if that's the fuel or the oil, hydraulic oil tank, because there's another one on the back here behind the seat, so more than likely the one behind the seat is the fuel, I would think, being as the engine would be underneath there, and this will be the hydraulic oil tank. So I need to do those caps in just silver. I need to do the seat in black. I'll have to hand paint that. And there's like, I'm not sure whether to do those yet. I assume that's like the bits that hold on the weight. I'm not sure, like the bolts or whatever. I'm not too sure about that. They actually do look like little filler caps, but I'm not sure. So anyway, that's what I've got to do next, and then put a decal on, and then I'll have to lacquer the whole thing. Right, I've got some CRAPAUD transport, a decal. So I put that in the water ready. Water slide on clear decal paper. I've got two of these smaller ones here, the CT. I'm going to put each side, but I won't put them in the water yet. I'll just make sure that this one goes first. I don't want too many in there because they'll end up floating off the backing paper, and then I'll be in trouble. The amount of times I've done that. So I'll just put my finger in a bit, put a little bit of wet, and I don't want to put too much wet on the back, because then they slide around all over the shop. Too much sliding. Okay, so that's moving already. These are decals I made yonks ago. Oh, I've thrown my tweezers in the bin now by mistake. Oh God. That's about the middle. That's about the middle, isn't it? Oh, there's my tweezers gone. Right to the bottom. Oh, what a cabbage. I've got them. Okay, I've got them back. Right. That's not bad. Okay, that'll do. I don't want to tempt fate. They're not that strong, my decals, and I think the A is already starting to break a little bit on CRAPAUD the first day. So that'll be enough. Okay. Right, so we'll put, oops, one of these in the water. No, it's gone everywhere but the way I want it there, that's it. There you go. So I'll put that one more on the side. Actually, if I undo that a bit, and okay, it makes it easier to put it on. Yeah, that's disappeared because it's stuck to my finger. Oh, very clever, eh? Okay. I want to hold it there. I really hate doing these blasted decals because they seem to go everywhere but where I want them. Oh, that'll have to do. I don't think that actually won't do because it started to move the ink underneath. So, okay, we'll put another one in. Definitely not my strong point doing these, I hate doing them. It don't take long to come off these, off the backing paper. Ah, cobblers. Okay, I'll leave that one at that. Right, I've got to cut another one out now, and I'll put them. Where do I put them? Oh, there's one, yeah. Get one of these. Okay, I'm going to do the other one and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so I've done all the detailing on that, and I'm now outside and I'm going to lacquer this. So I've heated my lacquer up in hot water, and this has been in the sun for a little bit. Lovely, lovely, gorgeous day. So we'll do that. Yeah, that should do it. Right, well that's all done. I put some black wash in there, in the grills. That's all detailed. Seats black, the filler caps silver, those little things there I did in silver, it's hard to see them. Black wash in that. So that's all lacquered, basically done now, that little bit. Now these, I had these drivers, I don't know if I've already shown you this or not, but I had these from, I think it was Model Supplies, I can't remember now, but look at the feet, that's dreadful, but they're already painted, but I don't really want to use that like that. So what I'm going to do, I had ordered these with some steering wheels, because I'm always in need of these steering wheels. Now these are better cost. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, oh, I can't open the blooming bag. These are a lot better anyway. Look at the feet on that, that's better. So the only thing is they're not quite so deep where the rivet goes, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to glue it on anyway. So what I'm going to do is file all the bits that need filing on them, and then I'm just going to paint one from scratch, and I'll do the old, might as well have a CRAPAUD transport uniform I suppose. so that's what I'll do. There you go, I finally managed to get the bag open. So there's not a lot, there's a bit of, well, there's very little, there's a little bit of a casting line in there, so I'll file that, like I say, and then I'll spray the whole lot with primer, and then I'll use my Vallejo paints to paint it by hand, and then lacquer the whole thing after. Okie dokie. Okay, I've mixed some paint, so I'm going to do the overalls in green, very similar green to the truck. I hope it's not too similar to the green of the truck. Now I've got to be careful because I'm already going where I shouldn't be going. I can't see the detail of the overalls very well. I'm a bit shaky because I've been on the bins again today. This is going to need more than one coat. Sorry, I've got the camera sort of the other way around, and it's like doing something in the mirror, it's all back to front. I'll just paint that, I'll paint the boots in black afterwards. Oh. I probably didn't shake my paint enough, it's a bit thin. I wanted to do it green, but I hope it's not going to be too much green with the forklift being green. That's my only worry about doing this. Well, not worry, but the only thing that could ruin it probably. Well, not the only thing, but you know what I mean. This definitely will need another coat. Oh, I'm going the wrong way because it's like being, I've got to say, in the mirror. There. I'm going to do the rest off camera because I'm not doing very well with this mirror image camera lock. So yeah, I'm going to do another coat and then not sure what colour I'm going to do the cap. Whether I should do it the same, probably I should do it the same, but might do it dark brown. And then I've got to decide what colour to do the shirt. Okay, so I'll do all that and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so sometime later, here it is. So a very dark green tie I've tried to do him, white shirt and black boots and the green overalls. So I'm going to go and chuck a bit of lacquer over that now and see what it looks like. Well, we're pretty much ready to put everything back together now. I think I've got all the bits and pieces out that I need. So we'll put that to one side for a minute. I'll put the driver in first, I think. So I'm going to put a bit of glue on, well, a bit of glue on his backside, I suppose. There. We'll put him in. Try and sit him down in the right place. So, and then once he's set in place, I'm going to put the steering wheel in. He looks alright in there. Now I've got the bend in the steering column, but it might have to be bent a bit more, or I might just glue it in. Actually I might put it in before that glue sets on the driver's derriere. Perhaps I should have put the damn thing in before. Yeah, I've painted the blasted thing. Hello. Yeah. Need to try and turn it. Oh, need to try and turn it a bit. I've just knocked the paint on his arm now, blasted. Have to touch that up. What I'm trying to do is turn the steering wheel a bit. I have to use my pliers. I'm just going to have to move the camera because I can't see what I'm doing. Right, okay, I've got that. Been fiddling around trying to get it right. And it's in now, so I've put a bit of glue in there. Just in there, a bit of super glue. So the old driver's not quite stuck in there properly yet, so I'm going to leave that a little bit longer. Next bit, we're going to have to get this into the boom, I suppose, into the arms, whatever you call it, your boom, I suppose. Now we've got to put these little bearings in. Could be a bit of fun. Could be a bit of fun. Now this one here is the one that I put the rivet through and made, so that's got to be this homemade job here. Don't know whether it's going to work or not, but anyway, it's better than nothing at all. So put another one on there. Now just check that that's turning. Yeah, that's turning. So I don't want to lose them now, so I need to put the other two on carefully. That's well loose. It shouldn't jam. I thought it might have jammed on the paint. It's the only one that might jam a bit, might be my homemade one. But it seems to be free. Okay, so we got that on there. Let's try and get it into the mast. The mast, that's what I needed to call it, and I couldn't remember. Okay, so that's in. What happens now? The pin across the bottom, which is this one, I think. This jobby. I think I'm right to put that through. Now, oh, not through there, through there. Cabbage. Hang on. Probably no difference in size of the holes, but okay. Now I should try to pin that over. So I'm going to go down the floor and then give it a bit of a bang with the hammer and hope I don't miss. Okay, just a couple of seconds, that's all it took me. I haven't done it too much, just enough to stop it dropping out. So that's nice, that moves quite freely. Despite the paint, I was a bit worried the paint was going to hold it. Right, so that's that bit done. Move my piece off the tweezers. What do I do now? I've got to try and put the handle in, I suppose. And now I need to put the spring in, and I can't remember which way it goes. I've got another one here. So I need to have a look. Blast, I can't see. Should have taken note when I undid it. Well, this put the handle in to start with. So I'm guessing the spring must go that way. This isn't going to be easy, is it? Let's use the front axle. Push him in. Yeah, that should do. Not very tight though. I think I'm going to have to bend him out a bit. God, this isn't easy to put the spring in, is it? Bit of a pain in the bloomin' jacksy. If I pinch it too much with the pliers, I'm going to be back to square one, aren't I? Okay, that's gone. Still not very. Am I doing something wrong? Well, I suppose it's alright actually. It doesn't feel that strong, but on the other hand you don't want it too strong either, do you? Okay. Okay, at the end of the day I've got to revert back to my waxed string, which I didn't really want to use because it's waxed, it sort of holds it from going up and down. But anyway, that's going to have to be what it's going to have to be, I'm afraid. Sorry, I'm going out of shot again. Hang on, let me get my camera back in shot in the right place. Okay, so I'll bring that through the hole and bring it up to tie the knot in it. I need to get some of this that's not waxed but the same size, because it's perfect size. Don't even remember where I bought this. I'll do a couple of knots, I think, just to make sure it doesn't pull through. Try and do a couple of knots anyway. Okay, I'll put them quite tight because I don't want that it's too big. Right. Okay, that's through. Now what do I need? This much. Make sure I've got enough, but I don't want to waste too much either, because let's put this back away. So I don't know if that's going to be, this is going to be heavy enough to go up and down without any weight on. You know, pull the wax string enough. Okay, what do I do now? I suppose I really need to put this piece on, so that goes there. This bit slides up inside there, and the axle goes through with the wheels, and that holds the mast. What the hell do I do? Oh, there it is. I'm getting in a tangle here now. Okay, so that I've decided was going to be the middle wheel. What I've done, forgotten what I was going to say. I've put black tyres on because I tried it with the grey tyres, it doesn't look nice with this colour. So do it that way. Okay, now I'm going to have to peen this, aren't I? Perhaps there's not much of the axle actually. Not much of the axle sticking out this side. I'm going to have to go down on the floor and peen it and hope I don't bash the paint. Okay, I've done that. I've just tapped it straight. I haven't tried to go round like that, like you normally do, because there's just not enough axle poking through. And if I'd have done that, I'd have ended up hitting the paint. Okay, so we got that on, so I don't know whether to go under the axle or over it, but I think I'm going to go under, because I think if I go over, it's not going to look quite so neat. So I'll go that way and hopefully it'll work. So then I'll go up here. Is that right? Hope so. Go through there, the mast that way. And just drop that down a minute. And then up through there again. Come on. Go. Oh. I know where I want it to go. I know where I want it to go. And I'm sure it knows that I know where I want it to go. And I'm sure it's just been awkward, it's just playing me. Oh, come on. Okie dokie. Right. We're through. Right, now what I've got to go is back down. Is that right? Back down and, yeah. So back down that side. Sorry. Back down that side of the pin. And through the hole in there. Through the arrow. Whoops. I got it round his neck then. So I need to have enough. It goes right down, okay. Don't know if I've gone too far out. Oh, can't hold these tweezers properly.
probably not too bad. Will that pull through? Don't know. Don't think it will actually. I don't think it will. See, that's what I thought was going to happen. It won't go back down again now because of my string. My wax string doesn't want to go. I think what I'm going to have to do is, it goes up alright, just don't go down alright because of the wax string. So it's not the forks on the boom that's holding it. Okay, well I'm going to leave it like that now. What I'm going to do is go on Steve Flowers or somebody and see, or go on eBay, because I know you can get string that's the right size because I've seen it. And this will have to do for the time being, just to get this model finished up. Okay. Right, so we're going to put the back wheel in now. So we've got the pin and the wheel. So there's the wheel, there's the pin, the axle, which looks they're sort of coppery brassy, these axles. Okay, so we've got it there. Oopsie. Oop, gone the other way now. Creeping ivy. There you go. And then we've got the base plate. And then we need the screwdriver to put the screws in. And we got the screws over here. So if I can just pick the blasted things up and get them on the end of the screwdriver, we should be laughing. So yeah, when I get some more string I will put it over the axle rather than under it, or under the axle rather than over it. As I'm saying the wrong way around because I've got the model upside down. Oh fudge. So I've got that one in. Two more to go. I haven't tightened them tight. One more. Eh. She rolls alright. Okay. I've just thrown my string that's gone out the door instead of in the bin. Right. What have I got down here? Have I got a pallet to put on there? Did have. I'm going to have a look if I can find a pallet. Right, okay then, that's another one saved from the Dinky scrapyard. And another vehicle, I suppose, to add to my CRAPAUD transport fleet. And as I say, this was very kindly donated to my channel by Mr. Peter Horton, so thank you, Peter. And I hope you like what I've done with it. It's not been without its problems by a long way. The paint went all wrong, as I said before, and you know, I had to redo it again, strip it down and redo it again. But anyway, we got there in the end, and I think it looks quite nice. So now all we've got to do again is I'll get some proper string, and then I will restring it so it goes up and down all right, because it bugs me that it's not going down, only because of a simple thing like the string being waxed. Okay, well, I do hope you've all enjoyed this video, and I hope you like the outcome of it. And what I'm going to do is the same as normal. I'll do some outdoor shots, and then I'll put it on the turntable again, and we'll compare before and after again. And then that'll be that for another video. So until the next time, look after yourselves, and keep safe, and then we'll see you in the next video. So until then, cheerio, bye bye, habato, see you next time.